Okay. Hello and welcome to another Page in the Book, episode 5. I think. I don't know. I'm going to stop episoding them because this is ridiculous. I can't remember the number. Today we are going to talk about my workouts. So what I actually did was I did split days. So for my first day, I would do chest, shoulder, triceps, day 1. Day 2, I would do back and biceps. Day 3, I would do legs and butt and abs. Day 4, repeat the first day, chest, shoulder, triceps. Day 5, back and biceps. Day 6, legs and butt. And day 7 will be my rest day. So that actually started working out a lot more. And the good thing about it is I was actually making my muscle building faster too, because I was working out same body parts twice a week instead of doing once a week. So I was growing more muscle a lot faster. So I am actually going to take clips from my Instagram and show you guys the what I would do for like my chest, shoulder, and triceps day. And I'm actually kind of going to go through. I know people are going to say, that's too much you do in one day. Well, I rotate it on and off, and I also know my body. I'm also willing to learn. So if anyone has any good tips or tricks, please let me know. I'm always wanting to learn and try out new stuff. So this first video is actually going to be, might just be chest, shoulder, and triceps day, kind of showing you guys the videos and doing a voiceover and kind of saying what I do and kind of like form tricks as well. Once again, I'm not a professional. I do not know everything about weightlifting. I'm in a constant state of learning. If anyone has any tips or tricks, or if I am wrong at any point, please let me know and point it out to me. Because granted, if I'm wrong and I think I'm right, I might be doing it wrong too. So cut to chest, shoulder, and triceps day. Actually, don't do that yet. Okay, so this is what, because I carry these little books around. This, here, oh geez, this is what my, chest, shoulder, triceps day is. I will type up this stuff as I read it off, and I will also show you the videos. So some of these I might, I'm going to have to dig through my Instagram. Because when I record stuff and post it on Instagram, I do not post everything I do. That is because, 1, I get very self-conscious when recording myself because I feel like I'm in other people's ways. 2, I just don't have that much memory on my phone. I mean, after recording these YouTube videos on my phone, I have to delete them right away. Otherwise, I have no memory. So anyway, for my chest, shoulder, and triceps day, we are going to cut to the videos. Or I might cut it and leave it like this. I don't know, because I don't know what I'll be thinking in a few days. Okay, so the first thing I do is I write down what I necessarily have. But granted, it is a big list, and there's 21 things I write down. Most likely, I will do like 16 of them. Okay, so first thing I do, and these are my nicknames, so if I'm calling this the wrong thing, which 80% of this I will be, I'm sorry. I make nicknames for stuff, and I write it down, so this might not be what it is called. First thing I do is angled tricep raises. This isolates the tricep muscle in the back part of the arm, I believe. Nope. So this is angled tricep raises. So what I do is I sit down on one of the benches that moves up and down to where I am sitting perpendicular, I think, to the ground. I'm not sure. But I'm sitting straight up. Looking at this video during the range of motion, you can either I try to go back behind my head a little bit, so that way I have the range of motion on this muscle. And as you do it, you can actually feel a muscle contracting. In this video, I believe I'm doing 17.5 pounds, and I do it 3 sets of 8 on each side. Next thing I will show you is tricep pushes, push downs I call them, with my palm facing down. This one I have recently had to go down in weight because I found out that from looking at my videos, my elbow was actually facing outwards. You want your elbows in. Otherwise, if your elbow faces outwards and you even just push down, it feels better on your elbow when it's in. My maximum for this is 45 pounds. I do 3 sets of 8. Next one is tricep push downs, but I actually face my palm up. Palm up, palm down. When you're doing the palm down, it seems to work maybe the same muscle groups. I like to rotate all my palms. Keeps it interesting. Keep the elbow in on this one, and my maximum for this is 35 pounds, 3 sets of 8. Next one is push up triceps with a dumbbell. I recently started doing these sitting down. I was doing them standing up, but I found out I swung my back a little bit more with it, and it didn't feel as, my triceps didn't feel as isolated as I did when sitting down. So now I sit down, I tighten my core, and I do those 3 sets of 8, and I do them, my maximum is 35 pounds. Raises, make sure you do not swing your back with it. Make sure you're not just using momentum to lift up the dumbbells. You want to isolate your shoulder muscles and lift them up. I do 17.5 on those. Side raises. I am trying so hard with these side raises. I found out that I was doing 15 pounds. I was swinging them out, but they seemed a little too easy. I tried going up to 17.5 pounds and found out I couldn't necessarily do it. So what I do, and you'll see in this video, I tuck my arms in and swing it out like I'm flying, like little bird wings. And I can go up and weight on that as well and build that strength up so I can start doing them with the arms out. Maximum 20 pounds. Next is one of my favorites, using a barbell and doing the rows with it. This, you want to make sure your core is tightened, your back straight, and you're isolating those top shoulder muscles. Maximum is 60 pounds, 3 sets of 8, like on all these. But if you want to try and make sure you can do these single, I call them single rows, the plates go up by increments of 10. 10 is too much for me to just, reach the max and then go up another 10 pounds. So then I switch to a dumbbell and I do those as shown on the video. Right now I'm doing 35 pounds, 3 sets of 8. Next is shoulder press with a dumbbell. I recently started these off sitting up, but now I am doing them with a little bit more incline. I've been researching on Instagram and seeing a lot of people do them on an incline, and honestly it feels a little bit better. So I do those 3 sets of 8. Next is military press. I'm actually getting a lot stronger with those. I started using the barbells when I couldn't lift 45 pounds with the military press. But then once I could lift 45 pounds, I moved up over to the squat bar. And I've been putting plates on them. So my maximum on there is 10 pounds on each side of them, of the squat bar. Next is my bench press. The first workout I do is the bench press, even though it is right there. I don't go in order. I just kind of skip depending on what is available and what's not. Because it's a small gym, I don't like to take up a lot of space, and if someone's on it there before me, I have to figure out something else. I have enough of a variety on this list to do it. So I start off with a bench press, and I make sure my arms are warmed up and everything. Always stretch before you work out. Always stretch after you work out. It helps reduce or break up the lactic acid that you have built up from your previous workout, which will lower your risk of injury. So the bench press right now, I am doing a wider grip, and I have 25 pounds on each side. And so when I do a closer bench press, closer grip, bench press, I found out that I could actually lift more than that, but I am progressing on this. I used to only lift like 10 pounds on each side, and now I can do 25 pounds on each side. So I am seeing progress. It's just not as much as I want it to be. These ones, I don't do 3 sets of 8. I do 5 sets of 5. So the first 3 sets, like the first 3 sets of 5, I lift 25 pounds. The last 2 sets, I go down a little bit lower. I usually go 22.5 with that. Okay, next one is my chest standing up. So I kind of do kind of a lunge stance at this, and I want to isolate my chest to make sure that my palms are facing towards each other in. This one I do 50 pounds on each side, totaling out to 100 pounds. After that, I do shrugs. Some people argue shrugs are back. I like to do them on my shoulder days so that way I can focus on them, because shrugs are one of my favorite workouts that I do. I love shrugs so much. So this one, I do 65 pounds on each side holding dumbbells. You want to make sure that when you when you shrug the weight in, you don't want to shrug up and down. You want to kind of shrug at an angle, pull them back together, not up and down. And last one is dumbbell kickback. I recently started doing these. I do them at 17.5 pounds on each side. When I am at my full range of motion, I squeeze my triceps. That helps incorporate it, and it also helps build the muscle as well. So that is just kind of what I do for my workouts. It's actually all my workouts that I would do, whether I'm rotating some in, whether I'm rotating some out. So this is more than I show on my Instagram of my workouts. So please make sure you hit the like button. Let me know. And also hit the subscribe button if you would like me to annoy you once every week with what kind of new stuff I'm going to be trying, or kind of just showing you what I am doing, because what I'm doing might be different than what someone else is doing. So it's really good to compare and contrast as well. Thank you very much. See ya later.